Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Matty Ice. I'm coming at you with the Week 5 State of the League this week. All right, today we have Mackenzie, a.k.a. the fucking Lizard Kings.
What's up, bitches?
Holding things down throughout the league. I had a lot of people, honestly, ask me to come on this week, and she was the only one that won. So apparently that's a prerequisite to be on the show, is you got to win. So
do better.
Step up, you know what I mean? So this week is brought to you by this week's drink of the week. I have my own Mackenzie came prepared as well. Mackenzie has box wine taken like a champ, straight from the box. This is what champs do. Observe.
Winners. This is what winners do.
What the hurt people do, what people who are unhealthy do, they drink vitamin D milk. It's very good for the formation of bones. You know, it'll keep your ligaments correct. Your ACLs will do what they're supposed to do. They'll be ACLing. So here, cheers.
Cheers.
That does not taste as good as an old fashioned.
No.
Okay.
No, I can't imagine that it does.
Let's jump in. So for this week, we'll do the review. We're going to start at the very top. It's going to be myself, hottest in the office, versus Rachel Suckett. I lost 3 players. I lost my entire lineup. Girl, and you still could not do something. I don't even know what the breakdown was, honestly. It just like everything was subpar. I think I had a couple people that just went crazy, maybe? No. It was close. It was both mediocre on both sides, and I was just slightly less mediocre. So, Rachel, I am sorry. That drops you down to 2 and 6. I think you're number 9th in the league. I lost 1. I wasn't above the median, right? We both sucked this week. But that leaves me at number 2, just based off points alone. But yeah, quite the boring matchup. It feels amazing. It feels good. I'm still close to the top. I'm not at the top, okay? I'm still humble.
No.
I will be humbled probably this next week. But.
Sometimes you gotta take an L.
Next we have Leah, Laverne's Pies, with going up against Toby. Trey, dude, like your highest points yet, man. Like it was beautiful. It was majestic. You were above the margin. You drove up the margin. Screwed me over big time, but that's okay. I want to see you do well. I want to see you do something this week, and you did. You showed out. You showed that you deserve better. You deserve to be more than you are. You deserve to be more than Toby. Don't deserve bouncer champ just yet. You need to kind of prove yourself a little more than that, but you deserve more than Toby. I'll give you that. Game maker, honestly, with this one is going to be Omarion Hampton. We called that last week. We said, hey, once they lost, not Keenan Allen, but the running back for the Chargers. Once he went down, I was like, Omarion Hampton was already doing well. He jumped in there. He did what he's supposed to do. I think that's going to be a threat week in and week out. Hate to build up Leah, hate to make her feel good, you know, but I got to give respect where respect's due. She showed out.
Good game.
She showed out, you know what I mean? Next we have Boom Roasted, Matt Anato, versus Holly and Increased Casual Carwheel. Did Matt win? Matt did win. What the hell, Matt?
Matt won.
Yeah,
it was a close game for a minute there.
Initially, yeah, at the very beginning, I believe. Right. I think on the Sunday it was. So who played Monday for them?
Whoever it was went home.
Yeah, they went freaking nuts. Well, Bo Nix, dude. Okay, I should know better.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bo Nix put almost 40 points. Just went nuts. I love how that lined up with the music.
That was great.
But yeah, my boy, dude. Honestly, you have more faith in him than I do. I appreciate that. And Ashton Jonty did something this week. His O-line got their head out of their ass and decided to do something. You know what I mean? He got past the line and was able to show what he can do in open space. This is what we want to see from him. But yeah, so that puts Matt at a 4 and 4. Dude, you're 50. You're half and half. It looks good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to feel good, especially putting those kind of numbers. Holly. Sorry, I think you were even below the margin. The margin was crazy this week, wasn't it? It was 140 something. It was freaking nuts. But no, that dropped you, Holly, to a 2 and 6 again. And you started out for week 1 very, very good, and it's kind of tapering off. That Barker household's looking nuts. You know what I mean?
It's a sad day.
I feel a little rough, but I think the Barker Bowl would be that much better because we don't know who's going to win.
That's right.
Next we have Corporate 6 and 2. She's coming up and she's flying up. She looked so bad the past 2 weeks ago. And she is just rocketing. I think that's what you needed. You needed a little bit to motivate you is all it was. And I believe that.
Lauren won't stay down long.
No. She knows too much, which I hope that I can do the same. We'll see. I don't know. I think next week's not going to be my week, but
it's okay.
We'll get to that in projections. For now, though, Jason, you were supposed to be on the show, man. I asked you. I said, "Hey, just do one thing for me, please. If just win."
That's all.
And this is number 3 in a row, I believe. I don't know if you won week 1, and that's where your first W came from. I don't know if you won at all. Honestly, you could just be a margin beater.
Maybe.
But Again, not even close, man. You almost scored lower than Rachel did, which is
impressive.
I feel bad talking about it because I know she's behind me somewhere and she's gonna see this. But
She just pops up in the window.
yeah, I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. But yeah, man. Green Bay kind of screwed you. Negative points on defense, never a good thing. You got to start analyzing a little more for that. But again, you're not in a position where you should really be worried that much. You have some decent players on your roster. You got spirit, dude. Spirit will carry you, at least, mentally. I mean, you could still just continue to lose, but you're happy doing it.
Yeah,
we love to see
matters.
it. We love to see it. And the very last, my game of the week, really, that turned into more of a slaughter. The fucking Lizard Kings, Mackenzie, playing against Brandy. Brandy, I said I wouldn't go against you. I made an exception last week for obvious reasons. For obvious reasons, don't blame me. I'm just the messenger here. All right, but she put up 50 points over what you had. And I'm not making fun of you because I scored way less than you did. You were above the margin.
Still killed it.
Still above the margin. Still above the margin, and that's what matters in this league. And I love that we have that because you have a kind of a light at the end of the tunnel. It feels good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you can't beat the person who's in front of you, which more often than not, she's in front of you, probably not going to beat her. Sorry, just the way it is. Who knows? Maybe next week will be different, but kind of doubt it at this point. But again, game makers for this week was Puka Nacua, went absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But he does that week in and week out, so
it's not
expect him to be a game maker. But it was across the book.
Yeah.
I keep saying you have one of the best running cores in football right now between James Cook and Jonathan Taylor. Absolute juggernauts, both of them, just carrying the juggernaut to victory this year.
Thank you.
With that being said, that wraps up our reviews of what's going on this week. I think that we had some pretty dang good matchups. The fact that we put up as many points as we did, it was an absolute war zone. And I kind of want to see it happen throughout the year. I don't like seeing those low weeks where people are putting up sub 100. So,
no.
Congrats everybody who did great. Everybody who was above 100, which is everybody this week.
Good job. We did it.
Yeah,
as a league, we're killing it.
Absolutely, as a collective. But there's some of us who could use some work. A lot of us could use some work. But without further ado, Mackenzie, would you like to kick us off on our projections?
Let's talk about next week. Okay, so we're going to start off with my beautiful sister, Creed's Casual Cartwheel versus Ladies of the Night in Canada. So, listen, both your teams have a lot of spirit. My money is on Holly. And honestly, that's just because Holly is my sister. I want Holly to do well. Right now, projections aren't super stellar, but I think both teams are going to turn that around. I think both teams are going to see much higher numbers this week.
I want to see what Jordan Addison can do this week. That's kind of I think he'll be the game maker there for you, Jason.
Yeah. I do think that both teams have the potential to beat the median this week. I believe in both of you. Yeah. Next up, we got Suck It versus Laverne's Pies. Leah went off last week, and I think that is that's just the beginning. I think that Leah's going to go off for the next at least few weeks.
It's a harbinger of what's to come for Leah.
Yes.
And then Pickle, but you see what she's playing, she's been struggling. I got to hear about it every Sunday, so,
It's been tough. It's tough to be Rachel, but Rachel, I think you're going to do better this week, but I think Leah's going to have another high point game.
I would agree with that, honestly, 100%.
Next we got Toby versus Boom Roasted. So we're not going into the week with super vote of confidence for you, Trey. I mean, just your names alone. Trey's got a win on the board, and that is great.
Yes, it's a start. It's a
start. And I want to see Trey blow it out of the water this week. I would love. That's what I want. I don't know if that's not a real projection, but
everybody loves an underdog.
Everybody loves it. I love an underdog personally. As a former underdog, I love an underdog.
I haven't been a part of this league ever, so coming into this, I think I just knew what you were doing with fantasy football.
Oh, it's no.
It's an improvement.
Yes.
This is new for you.
This is new for me.
She hasn't been here before.
New territory. I typically am bad the first half of the year and then start to do good for no reason. So, so I'm rooting for you, Trey. Next, we got A Little Stitious versus Corporate. Jason made this commentary on his parody that, they're both very, analytical research, and I think that is 100% the truth. Yeah. Lauren getting in there with her sneaky trades. I think Lauren's going to take it. I think that she knows what she's doing. She's been around the block, and she's going to take it. Not easy.
I'm gonna counter that projection just so we're clear. Brandy, I'm with you now. All right, I'm done. You know, this is the week's behind us. I can vote for you again. So you got my vote of confidence. I know she's doing projections, but you have my vote.
We'll see. I mean, both are strong teams, so I think either of them have, are going to pull solid points.
Yeah. I think they'll both be above the median for sure.
Yeah.
Looking at both of them and seeing who they have in their lineups for a fact.
100%.
Cam Scatterboot, dude. Every time I see that guy, every single week, he's going up and up and up. His stock's going crazy, so was not expecting it, especially with New York.
So now, our game of the week. The effing Lizard Kings.
We're just not talking about it.
Versus Noddist in the office.
I have nobody to put up.
You have nobody.
Yeah.
So
I'm left alone.
I'm gonna be honest. I was a little bit scared last week, thinking about playing you after playing Brandy. I was like, this is gonna be rough.
That's a tough schedule.
That's a tough schedule.
You were talking crap.
I was talking crap.
I know you were talking crap.
Oh, so I appreciate your faith. Putting your 99 out there for the one.
I don't know if I did all that, but I mean...
who knows? Who knows what could show up on the waiver wire? Maybe somebody will make a trade with you.
It doesn't matter what's on the waiver wire because I'm broke. All right, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing to my name. So I made some poor decisions. On paper, they look great, but everybody knows it doesn't matter. It could be great on paper, and then everything breaks down. So what I will say is this week, I put up 126 last week or something like that, and those players were hurt. That means they stopped putting up points. They were stopped in their tracks. I have people in who, if they play a full game, who knows what happens. I'm not putting up 190 though, so if you keep doing it, I got nothing. Okay, regardless of if I was healthy or not, I'm still taking the L.
Listen, I would be very proud of your team if every player can play the whole game. I think if every player plays the whole game for you this week, then you have won in your heart.
I believe that. I feel that in my heart and soul. So if they could just make it through one game, I would appreciate that. But I do appreciate y'all and y'all's vote of confidence. My parody videos, that's super cool, Now, if you would like to be like Mackenzie and actually make it onto the next installment of State of the League, you know what you got to do.
You got to win.
You got to get that dub. Make it happen.